Hey guys, that's just me. I thought I'd make a video. It's late here. I'm just having a tough night. I made a video the other night about, the girl true story, that I saw at in the gym and in school. And I'm going to make more videos like those. I just did not feel like making one tonight. I've been really depressed, and it's like, you're going to learn when I make these videos that I had a lot of opportunities with women. And you're going to, if you believe the stories, because I'm not making them up, I mean, they're true stories. But you're going to wonder, well, how did you, if you believe the stories, you're going to think, well, number one, I don't feel bad for you. You had a lot of opportunities with women. Some of y'all are going to think that, I never had opportunities like that, or I didn't have as many as you, or something like that. Or you're going to think the other way around, that, man, you're just a screw up, which, I mean, in kind of a way I am, I guess. But it almost seemed like I could have been a player when I was younger. Not that that's good or anything. That's really not any good either. But I mean, that I could have at least had opportunities to date lots of women. Who knows, even have sex with a lot of women. Even though back then I was very Christian and I was very religious. And I don't think I would have done that. Certainly not back in that day and time. But I I've been watching videos lately of he don't call himself this anymore, but I can't remember what his new name is. I think his channel is Todd. Uh, I'm not gonna say his name, but Thunder. You know what the term is. It's your you know what. But he used to go by Grotesque Subhuman. That was his channel. And he was very angry incel. And I used to watch his videos. Of course, he was angry like I was. We're right around the same age, and he, he was very angry, and pretty much hated women like I did for a pretty long time. I don't hate them anymore, but I used to have that. Used to have a lot of that. I had that rage, man, and I never posted videos online, but I had the rage, and he struggled to get women. He couldn't get women, and you know he thought he was ugly, and no woman wanted him. And then he finally ascended. He lied one time about ascending, and then later on he actually did. He ascended. He, I think, had sexual relations with some woman. And I know one guy made a video and said it was a land whale, which meant that she was fat. I don't know. I've never watched that video. I don't know. I never saw what she looked like. I don't remember if he put a picture or anything of her, but the guy said she was a land whale, which is obviously not good, right? Um, but he still had somebody. At least he had an experience. He had something. And then I was watching Georgie Boys. Used to be called Georgie Boy. George's Journal. He's been on YouTube for a while, and uh, if you've watched his videos, I mean, he's been on for a while. He used to be Forever Alone Feels, and he used to be, I think, Georgie Boy, and then of course now just George's Journal. And he had a girlfriend for several months. And I think he said that they ended the relationship, they broke up, but at least he had something again, right? He had something. And I think back to my life, and like I said, you're going to see this with my videos when I make them, that I had lots of chances with women, and I had opportunities, a lot of them. But it seemed like I either screwed them up myself or they just didn't happen. It was like, it's like you dangle the carrot right in front of you, but every time you jump up to bite it, you miss. or you grab a hold of the carrot and somehow you slide off, or you couldn't see the carrot. You know, it's like it's right there in front of me, and I can't get it. And there's a term on the incel boards, on the incel wiki page, that is the, when they tell the different types of reasons that you're celibate. One of them is the F up cell. I'm not going to say the word. I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube, but the F up cell, and that's kind of what mine is. And obviously a lot of it was that I was very, autistic and other reasons. I couldn't drive. It was a lot of reasons. And, things just didn't work. I mean, I don't even know how to describe what my life was like. It's like I had chances to get girlfriends, but something was always in the way. And now it's like I just screwed up, And like I said, I need to make reasons why I was an incel, which I need to do. But it just makes me so sad, guys, because I have to watch. The one thing the internet helped me with, what helped me with when I learned of the PUA thing when I was young, one thing that I learned from the PUAs was that I wasn't the only person that struggled to get women. And it helped me a lot back when I was younger, when I found Neil Strauss's book, The Game. I wasn't the only person that struggled to get women. Wow, a lot of guys do, because, I thought it was just me. Everybody else was doing good, and it's just me. Everybody's got 8 women on the side, and I have nobody, It's like I always thought that, The PUA thing taught me differently, and it also taught me that women were not sugar and spice and everything nice all the time. That, women are attracted to bad men, and they're attracted to very superficial stuff like we are, And that was one thing the PUA thing helped me with. Then the MRAs, when I discovered them later on, they helped me to understand that men don't have it very good. I always kind of felt like men were slanted. I couldn't articulate it, but I always kind of felt like, well, just like with dating. My friends would always, well, Shane, you got to go up and do it, man. You got to go up and ask her, man. You got to go up. And I would be like, why do I have to do it? And that's fine. I mean, I get it. Most of it was because I was terrified and scared. But, it's like, why do I have to do it? Is there some law? Is it against the will of God for a woman to ever speak to a man? It made me angry. Like, why do I have to do everything? And that was when I was a kid. I thought that, but of course I never said nothing because it would have been like, well, you're a man, and all that kind of nonsense. And I never asked. And I always felt like men had to do everything. It was like, I can't ask a girl out right now. I don't have no car. I don't have no money. I can't take one out. But then I would see girls that had no money, no life, no nothing, and they weren't even attractive, in my opinion. This was like cousins and, in my family that I would see that if they were men and they had the same life as a man, they would be celibate. They would be an incel too, Yet they had dates. They had boyfriends. And many of them even got married. Never did anything, and some of them still don't. And it would make me so angry. And that's what the MRAs helped me to realize, that men, they don't have it real good. And, and I would see women threatening men with divorces and things, and I'm thinking, I've never seen a man threaten a woman with divorce. And of course I know now because he can't, financially and everything, the woman has all the advantages just about. And it's really unfair, And that's what the MRAs, the men's rights activists, helped me to realize. Then when I moved on I found the MGTOW movement, it helped me, the men going their own way. It helped me because I had always thought, why do we worry so much about this as guys? I mean, I get it. We want sex. We all get that. But it's like, why can't we just move on and go our own way? I didn't say it like that, but, I always thought that. Why don't we just quit worrying about this stuff? If they want you, let them come to you, And especially now with the country in such horrible shape. The battle of the sexes is just a nightmare. And, And men don't know how to act around women. We're told one thing, and then you get trouble for it. And then but then if you act like this way, women don't like that way, and yada yada yada. And I think, well, if it's like this, and if it's that bad, and if it's that hard to get a woman, just quit worrying about it. Just quit putting them on a pedestal. And that's what MGTOW taught me, because the PUAs kind of defended women. The MRAs never really did, but the PUAs did. It was kind of like, oh, if you didn't pick her up, you just didn't execute the game right. You did something wrong. And I'm thinking, no, that's not what it always is, But MGTOW answered me that. Wow, man. There are men that look at this as just horrible, and they've been taken to the cleaners and divorces, and some of them never could get women anyway, and they're just saying, the heck with this. I'm just going to walk away. And that's what it helped me with. And then finally finding the incel community answered so many of my final questions. That I'm not the only one that had never been on a date and never had sex with a woman and never had been with anyone, and it made me feel better. It helped me. It definitely, what they call coping. It helped me to get through it, because I realized in all of these things, all of these thoughts I had, all of the things I had to endure, and put up with, I wasn't alone. It wasn't that everybody else was amazing and good with women and I just sucked. It wasn't that. And I learned that it wasn't all my fault. It wasn't that I'm just some worthless loser. That all my ancestors, they were great at picking up women and you're just pathetic. I learned that I wasn't. But then I watch grotesque, I watch Vincent MGTOW, and yeah, he don't have a wife and everything. Of course, I hate him that he has the cancer now, and my father died of cancer, so I definitely pray for him, and I hope that he does get well. I need to watch. I hadn't watched his videos in a while, but he had a good life. He had a good living. He's good making cars. He had something to hang his hat on, right? I'm not good at any of that stuff. I have nothing. So I don't have that, because if I'd had those things, this wouldn't bother me as much. It would bother me, but I don't think I would just be, just obsessing over it. And I've watched, other people, and, they have something, though. They have a good life. I used to watch Bernard Chapin's videos, and yeah, he didn't have a wife, and he had no children, just like Vincent didn't, but it's like, He had a good life, though. He got to date around. He got to have fun with women, and he got to, have a period of time in his life that was fun. Yeah, he never found a wife and never had children, and I'm sure that's not, he's sad about that. But he had something, right? He had fun time, and plus he writes and once again, he's got something he can be proud of, and he's not in last place in life. And that's not me. I never had any of that. I may not be married, but I never had any of those fun times. I have no memories. And then I finally got to George, and I got to, Grotesque Subhuman, and I guess, and I hate to say it like that, but it made me feel good. This is kind of a confession, but it makes you feel good when you see people who have lives as sucky as yours. Doesn't mean you're happy. I don't laugh at them. I don't, ha, 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 what a pathetic, you're like me. It's nothing like that. It's just, you're not alone. You're not the worst. And now he's been with a woman. I don't care about the prostitution thing. I'm not even interested in prostitution for some reason. I never have been. I guess I always wanted it to be that she cared about me, not that I gave her a good tip. I don't know, I've always been that way. But, he's had a woman now, and George had a girlfriend, and it's like, here they are, they did something. It may not be much, but it's something. And then here's me. Yeah, so Grotesque Subhuman had a fat woman, so what? At least he had something. At least for one freaking millisecond of his life, he felt attractive. At least for 1 millisecond of his life, he smiled. He didn't feel like a loser. What about me? And I had opportunities, as you're going to learn when I make these videos. I had opportunities. I don't know. It's depressing, man. It's just, There's no way to overcome it. It's just your life, you know. And there's not much you can really do about it. It's like no matter what I do, that's what I'm saying. I love the show Married with Children when I was growing up because, you know, I felt like Al Bundy. I always did, even though his life was better than mine too. There you go again. You know, at least he was a great football player. At least he had a wife. At least at one time he had a good wife. At least he had a job. At least he had children. At least he did something to leave, you know, a legacy for in his life. But I just always felt like him, that it just didn't matter. No matter what happened, I'm going to fail. And at everything. I can't think of one thing I succeeded at in my life. Nothing. And people can say, oh, you know, everybody's got talent. I don't believe so. Because I don't think I have any talent. I'm not good at anything. Nothing comes natural to me. Nothing does. And matter of fact, I have to work extremely hard to be good at anything. I sucked at video games when I was younger. That's why I quit playing them. When I hung out with people, I always felt like they were better than I was. You know, that I was just kind of there. You know? And like they probably wouldn't have cared if I'd not been there. And I'm just tired of feeling that way. And I don't wish George any ill will. I'm happy for him, you know. I'm happy for those guys, man. I know what it felt like. And I'm sure they for at least a few minutes, felt on top of the world. You know what I mean? You know, at least for just a short period of time, they felt good. You know? Grotesque Subhuman got it on with the Landwell. But hell, at least he felt good. You know? And I'm not calling her Landwell. That's what the guy in the video called her. So she's fat. Who cares? At least he had something. And it's like, what about me? Just nothing. And I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. I just don't know anymore. Eventually, you just get so tired. You know, Donald Trump's slogan, not getting political here, I'm just using it as an example. Donald Trump's slogan, you know, is, you know, are you tired? You know, you'll be so tired of winning when I'm done, you know. And I think in my life, that's my problem in life. I'm not tired of winning. Hell, I've never won. I've never wanted anything. I'm just so tired of losing. I think there's a lot of guys out there like me, but it just seems like I'm so alone in this. That I'm just so tired of getting up every day and I just fucking lose, man. Excuse my language. I hope I don't get marked by YouTube for that. I'm just so tired of losing. It's just like taking the football field, you know, because I'm a huge football fan. It's just like, you know, you get on the football field and you're not winning the game. You're not going to win the game, you know. You get on the field and you know no matter how close it is, whether you're getting blown out, you know, you lose 50-0 or you lose by 1 point, you know, you're going to lose. You're just not going to win. At the end of the day, you're not the one dumping Gatorade on the coach. You're not the one jumping around and celebrating at the end. It's just not, you're not holding up no trophy. You're not even qualifying for a trophy. I'm just so tired of it. Eventually, you just get tired. I think I've made a video of this similar, but it's just, I just needed to make one tonight. I don't know. It's why I don't want to go on camera anymore. Sometimes I just want to delete all my videos and just go in the woods. I tell you, man, like I said, if I won the jackpot and I didn't have to worry about money anymore, you know, I could just do whatever I wanted in life. Man, I'd leave the United States. I'd probably go to another country and just be by myself. Probably not the best thing in the world to do, but I don't know. It's just like I was watching this video of this minister, and he was talking about, you know, men, if they can't win at something, they're not going to play. And he said, you know, and I've mentioned this in videos before, he said, you know, Tiger Woods, you know, he said, I took up golfing with my friends. Excuse me. He said, I took up golfing with my friends. You know, I played for a while, and he said, and you know, Tiger Woods, well, he said, I spent most of my time in the woods. looking for my ball. Because he sucked at it. He said I was a terrible golfer, He said, so what did I do? I quit. I put the golf clubs in my closet, and I never took them out and never played again. Because that's what we do as men. When we can't win, we quit. We don't want to do it anymore. And everything, I have to put everything in the closet. Life, friends, social life, job, talents, career, sports, everything I've ever tried. I didn't just struggle at it, I sucked at it, I failed. I'm just so tired of it. I have nothing, I have no memories, no good memories. It's just all shit. Probably shouldn't have said that word either. I just get so tired. And I tried doing right. I tried living right. I was a good man. I was nice to people. And I meant genuinely, not because I wanted to get laid or that I was a good man. Because I was a Christian. So what do I have, I used to want to think I'm Job, and that there's a reason I'm suffering. And buddy, it's going to pay off one day, I'm going to get rewarded. I passed the test. And I'm going to be rewarded. And it's just like, nah. I'm not being tested. I just have a bad life. There was a guy on YouTube, I'll mention it real quick. His channel is called The Fearless Man. And it's like he's in Iran. Lives in the country of Iran. And he was talking about that people just don't understand, especially normies. He was talking about, he used the term, normies and, of course, alpha people. He said they don't understand that some people just have terrible lives. They just have crappy lives. Nothing goes right for them. They just can't ever win, They're always in last place. They're always losing at the end of the game, And that's my life. And I'm just so tired of it. Well, guys, I don't really have anything else to say. I just thought I'd make that video and gripe and complain a little bit. Take care, guys. Have a good one. I guess I'll just try to hang in there and try to cope or rope, right? Kind of feel like that sometimes. Take care, guys.